Imagine a world in which you play and queue for KVK with only your alliance, and the other alliances in your kingdom, they can do whatever they want. Oh, hey, wait a minute. That's what they made. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming, and in this video, we're talking about the World of Alliances event, which is live. This is actually in the game. This is not an April Fool's joke. This is here. And what is it exactly? This is a new style of KVK that some kingdoms, in fact, I'm in 365. I mean, there are major kingdoms that will be experiencing this for the very first time very soon. The queue time will be in 14 days and 9 hours at the time of this recording. And all alliances, yes, all alliances, will select standalone Season of Conquest stories that the kingdom members can battle in different lost kingdoms. So we've spent the entire time playing Rise of Kingdoms. It's called Rise of Kingdoms, building up our kingdoms. And now we're getting an alliance versus alliance game mode, sort of, but it's KVK, but sort of, because alliances can actually come with you. Let me just show you the rules here, okay? In the rules, and we will go through these one at a time and break it down because this is actually important to understand. Alliance leader holds the power to pick the story and register at the start of the event, and which will sign up all the alliance members to the story. So instead of the way it works today, where the king registers the kingdom, the leader of the alliance registers the alliance. Now, the leader must have a City Hall 25 account, and the alliance must possess no fewer than 10 members to register for a story. I'm going to talk about why this is very problematic in just a bit. And the leader can withdraw and re-register for another story during the registration phase, but can no longer do this once the registration phase ends. So this is going to be Season of Conquest as usual, but when the World of Alliance event comes around, you register as an alliance, not as a kingdom, which is definitely interesting. So continuing on with these rules, during the registration phase, joining a new alliance will automatically register governors to the story the alliance has been matched to, and leaving the alliance will automatically withdraw your story registration. Governors won't be able to register for a story if they're not in an alliance at the end of the registration phase. So get into the alliance that you want to play with, because when they register, your power is counting toward that matchmaking scenario. So I'm going to continue on and then start to ask a lot of questions about how this game mode works and why it's here. Kingdoms will have one Season of Conquest registration phase in which to express interest during the event period. So look, World of Alliances shows up and you need to register your alliance. If an alliance unsuccessfully attempts registration for the phase, then that alliance must wait till all other alliances in the kingdom have finished their Lost Kingdom events before they can register again. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So what you're saying in the, 1075 view of the world, when I was in my, previous kingdom, I'm in 254 now, video's going to come out about that. But what you're saying is that, we could have an alliance like Wolf, which is what was 16 billion power, register for KVK. We could have all the alliances, in fact, register for KVK. And what could happen is, a farm alliance could actually get a match, and the main alliances might not get a match. And if the main alliances don't get matched, they have to wait till the farm alliances finishes their KVK until, again, we can queue. So you're going to make the players in the main alliances potentially wait in this scenario for like a full KVK to even queue again? I don't know, man. And what's weird, and Ruz pointed this out, is that, like, you could have a troll go and register an alliance that they create themselves with a City Hall 25 account, and then, you just get, like, 10 whatever accounts to fill it in. I just have a lot of concern about what this experience is going to be like if your alliance doesn't get a match, but other alliances in your kingdom do, and you're just sitting out, which sounds unfun to me. But continuing past the registration phase, now there's matchmaking, baby. In normal mode, and there are 2 game modes here. In normal mode, you select the same story as the king, then you get put in the same Lost Kingdom. Okay, so if all these alliances are queuing, and you queue normal, then your alliance will be put with the King's alliance. And if you select random, you may not actually get placed in the same Lost Kingdom. So you may actually not want to be with the other alliances in your kingdom. You select random, and there's a chance that you go somewhere else in an entirely separate KVK. So you could have, some alliances in one Lost Kingdom and another set of alliances in another Lost Kingdom. But regardless of the matchmaking mode you select, normal, where you try to be with your own alliances, for the King's alliance, or random, where you might not be with the King, all governors that come from the same kingdom, that are in the same Lost Kingdom, are going to be put in the same faction. So what they're saying here is, if two alliances from the same kingdom queue up, and they end up in the same Lost Kingdom, they will be in the same war camp. So that's definitely weird. Again, I feel like this is completely opposite to what we've been doing this entire time, which is building kingdoms. I get that if you are from the same kingdom and you select a certain game mode and you end up in the same place, that you'll be together, but like, I don't know. I have weird feelings about this whole thing. Governors cannot join an alliance that has been matched to a different Lost Kingdom. However, those in their home kingdom can still join alliances that are not registered to a story. So if you're not registered for KVK, you can go between alliances in your home kingdom only. But if you are registered, you can't join an alliance, even in your home kingdom, that's registered to another KVK. And governors who have already embarked on Lost Kingdom cannot join an alliance currently involved in the registration process or matchmaking process. So, I don't know. I'm definitely confused here. Governors currently finding a Lost Kingdom match cannot create alliances or transfer leadership. There is more here in the other section. Once the matchmaking process is completed, governors will be unable to join an alliance matched to a different Lost Kingdom than you. Okay, that we knew. Governors should be aware of the potential for alliance events to clash with story registration, so strategically plan Ark of Osiris League and other events. Can you imagine, like, Ark League happens in the middle of this? You get wrecked. And during the event period, alliance members who have successfully finished the matchmaking process will only be able to take part in KVK events with other governors also matched in the same Lost Kingdom. How does this work for Eve of the Crusade? How does Eve of the Crusade work when, like, I mean, I guess everything spawns in and only your alliance can participate? I don't know. If your alliance isn't registered, what happens in Eve? Furthermore, camp rankings will be displayed instead of kingdom rankings during the Eve of the Crusade event. Oh. Okay, maybe that... I literally... Chisgule, just read the next line. Literally the next line. Camp rankings will be displayed instead of kingdom rankings. So maybe they just spawn all throughout your kingdom, but you only get credit for your camp if you're in the camp. Okay. Well, I genuinely hadn't read that, and there was the answer. A coalition can increase from 5 to 20. A coalition of 20 alliances during the event. I can't handle it, man, but I will say, if you rally barb forts and you have 20 active alliances, like, oh my god, you're going to get so much AP, it's going to be insane. In subsequent seasons, after registration phase is concluded, subsequent seasons of Conquest will return for the kingdom registration system. If there are still alliances within a kingdom that have been successfully matched to a Lost Kingdom event that is still ongoing, then the next round of Season of Conquest will only begin once all alliances in the kingdom have ended their current Season of Conquest and returned to the home kingdom. GG. That's the problem where, like, any one alliance gets matched and the rest of the alliances in the kingdom just are waiting. Overall, this feels weird to me. It feels antagonistic, I think that's the right word, with what we've been trying to do, which is to build a cohesive kingdom that acts like a kingdom. But now there's this new game mode that says, actually, act in your own best interest, alliances. Do whatever you think is right for you. Forget the whole kingdom mindset that we've spent a lot of time building. Just you do you. And that makes me very concerned. You still obviously can be a team player. And for alliances that are in kingdoms where, like, there are one alliance kingdoms and then a lot of people that are really, really casual, right? Like, then you can get away from all those players and do something different, assuming that those other alliances don't also register. And, like, are you going to have main alliances that hold secondary alliances in the kingdom sort of hostage to not registering? I don't know, man. There's a lot of weirdness here, and I think a lot of drama is going to emerge by virtue of this new mode, which, keep in mind, this is not a separate Season of Conquest map. Not as far as I can tell. What this is a season of KVK where you queue as an alliance, and this whole World of Alliances event may or may not always be there. In other words, I don't know if KVK for the rest of time and Rise of Kingdoms will now be this World of Alliances thing, or if this is just an event that sometimes shows up when KVK registration windows happen, and for that special period for which you get 2 weeks of advance notice, hopefully that's always at least 2 weeks, you queue as an alliance instead of a kingdom. I don't know, man. But it makes me anxious. It makes me a little anxious. And what does this change? Maybe coalitions will not have as many farm alliances in them. And so that would potentially address the issue of forts. It would potentially address the issue of, like, let's be real. Like, you need to have many, many, many high-power farm accounts in a perfect world that all train troops passively, stay below Imperium burden, and stay below your top 300 by power, but send those troops to die. Like, kingdoms that do those things get huge advantages, unless World of Alliances changes the balance. And if that is true, then having farms that have troops that you can send to die become less relevant, because you won't have space in your alliances for them, nor will the other alliances that queue up or get matched with you. It could be that we'll see a world in which forts now get less emphasis because there aren't as many farm alliances to drop forts. And it could be that these farm troops that really sway the balance of KVKs become less relevant. And those are upsides that are good. But is it worth messing with a kingdom's unity to get it? Maybe it is. We'll all see how this goes in about 14 days. Not every kingdom has this. I'm in Kingdom 365 where I'm looking at this, and they've got the World of Alliances event. But in 254, which is now my home kingdom, it's not there. But more importantly, let me know your comments down below. What am I not thinking about here? What did I not mention? What should we be talking about? Are you looking forward to this, or is this terrifying to you? I'll release a community poll very soon so I can get your thoughts in a more official capacity, but I want to see them down below in the comments. Throw a like on the video if you found this informative. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the ongoing saga of the World of Alliances. And until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies.